What up? It's your boy Dope Fury with that commentary. Evo has given us his lineup, and now we get to see how many players signed up for each game. As a Tekken fan, guess what guys? It's over. We're no longer the king of fighters. Street Fighter, they took back their crown. Now I did predict this a few videos back. The Street Fighter fan base goes hard. They have those legacy players from the 1990s. Then when Street Fighter 4 came out, that had a whole new generation of people into it. So when it comes to fighting games, Street Fighter is more recognizable. You got Ryu with the headband, he has the Kamehameha, and it's a 2D fighter, so it's not too difficult to pick up and play. So unless Street Fighter makes another mistake like Street Fighter 5, that series is just gonna keep on winning and winning, you know? The purpose of this channel isn't to make predictions, but I did tell you guys that Street Fighter is gonna come out on top. That Hadouken motion, everybody knows that, whereas, you know, Scorpion from Mortal Kombat has his get over here, but Mortal Kombat is more of a North American, Western type game. It doesn't go too hard in other countries, you know? So a lot of people were hating on Tekken, and I called out that, hey, you guys can hate on it as much as you want. Hate on the microtransactions and the heat mechanics. You're still gonna play it, you're still gonna sign up, and the game's still gonna go strong. And as I predicted, Tekken is in second place. And if you watch Tekken CEO Top 8, it's all the same characters. Dragunov, Victor, Lily, Feng Wei, Elisa, it's the same characters doing the same thing. It's not like the meta has some drastic change since Tekken's balance patch. So all the people complaining, oh, the game's broken, oh, nerf heat, oh, nerf grabs, it's still the same thing. Mind you, I didn't see much King, but yeah, all the backlash, and yet Tekken is still winning, you know? So I guess we're satisfied, you know? And I'm happy to see Guilty Gear Strive is doing well. Is it ignorant to say that Guilty Gear kind of absorbed anime fighters? Especially since there's no Dragon Ball fighters. It's surprising to see, you know, no Dragon Ball fighters. Why did they do that? Since we don't have a Marvel vs. Capcom, I think Dragon Ball Fighters really filled that void. Back when Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite came out and nobody liked that game, and then we got Dragon Ball Fighters, and it was so hype. People loved it. People summoning Shenron to wish on the Dragon Balls, and level 5 supers, level 7 supers. Like, the game is so hype. It's not Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but it is so hype. So it's unfortunate that we don't have that anymore. But it's good to see Guilty Gear doing well, and Grand Blue Fantasy Versus as well, because when Grand Blue came out, people were hating on that game for being too basic. Oh, you have one button Dragon Punch, one button special moves? No, this game's garbage. And look, quite a few people have signed up for the game, so the player base is still doing well. You know, so many people look down on it, and yet here we are years later. Other fighting games are making it easier. Tekken has Heat, Mortal Kombat has the Cameo, Street Fighter has the Drive system, and one button Shoryukens and all that, one button command grabs, all that. So people hated so much on Grand Blue Fantasy, but hey, maybe Grand Blue was ahead of its time, yeah? Now, like I said, I played Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and I had super easy input gems back in 2013, so I'm way ahead of you guys, you know, I'm way ahead of all that, you know? But speaking of older games, it's nice to see Street Fighter Third Strike getting some love, you know, Moment 37 and all that, but I kind of feel like older games might be better for Combo Breaker or Frosty Faustings instead of Evo. You know, especially this year since Akira Toriyama passed, I think it's definitely a missed opportunity not to have Dragon Ball Fighters one final time at Evo. So that's definitely a missed opportunity. Now, I think he passed away after the lineup was already announced, so it would be kind of trashy if they went back, kicked off another game just to put Dragon Balls there, but at the same time, it's Dragon Ball. Like, that's one of the few fighting games, if not the only fighting game, that's bigger outside of the fighting game than the game itself. You know, it's the franchise, but it is what it is. You know, King of Fighters, Under Night In-Birth. I think I said before, I don't really play anime fighters that much, so I haven't played either of those games, but I like watching them. You know, both games have a lot of love and care, fan service poured into them. I've watched many YouTube, and I've looked up the lore for these games as well. Guilty Gear as well. I've looked up the whole lore because even though I don't play them, it's still a fighting game at the end of the day. And when the developers care, yeah, it's fun to watch all that. So it's disappointing that they scored so low. What's not disappointing, or at least not surprising, is to see Mortal Kombat in almost dead last place. Can we have a real conversation here? What's really changed in Mortal Kombat 1? The top tiers are a little bit slower, a little bit clunkier. The bottom tiers, they do more damage, a little bit of frames, plus frames here and there. But NetherRealm Studios keeps on nerfing and buffing the cameos, which doesn't make sense to me. Cameos are a universal mechanic, so why are they buffing and minusing the cameos so much? I don't think that's what they should have prioritized. You know, there was all this backlash when Sonic Fox was crying over Cyrax. Buff Cyrax, he was so strong in season 1, why'd you nerf my guy? You know, and why are we, anyone can use Cyrax, so what's the point in buffing or nerfing him if everyone can use him? Sure, someone like Baraka benefits more, but without him, what can Baraka do? So, I love zoning out of Baraka because what's he gonna do to me at full screen? Nothing. But if he has Cyrax, you know, there you go. But hey, you know, a man can dream. Mortal Kombat 1 suffers the same fate as Multiverses. You know, the games are slow, they're clunky, and when the games first come out, it's really hyped because you have all these recognizable characters. You know, oh wow, it's the Ninja Scorpion. Oh wow, it's Bugs Bunny, right? Those are characters you can't ignore. But after about a month or two, the hype dies down. People get tired of the gameplay loop, sloppy gameplay, and they move on to something else. So as much as I hate to say it, Mortal Kombat is like the new Smash Brothers of the FGC. Like Mortal Kombat 1 is Smash Brothers 4. Remember that? Bayonetta destroying everything? Johnny Cage is basically Bayonetta. Or I guess you could say Peacekeeper is Bayonetta since they're both DLC. You know? Smash Brothers, Mortal Kombat, they're always gonna sell well because they have that casual audience. They have those recognizable characters. Everyone knows Liu Kang's bicycle kick, Bruce Lee, all that. But at the same time, it's gonna suffer the same fate as Mortal Kombat 11. It's not gonna be taken as seriously by fighting game fans, and it's not gonna have as much longevity. So let's not end on a negative note though. Evo has broken some records on attendance, so that's good. We love to see it. It's nice to see, you know, grassroots culture just grow over time. You know, I've never been to Evo in my life, but I watched it every single year since 2011. My first Evo that I watched, I saw Daiko versus Punko, and I was the Seth main back then. So seeing Seth destroy the best player in the entire world, I was amazed. I was so happy. And then, yeah, it was so cool. It was so hype, and I've never missed a single Evo since then. So we shouldn't focus so much on the numbers because at the end of the day, every year is going to have memories like Daigo versus Punko, Moment 37, that weird guy with the dreads who walked up on stage when what's his name, Chris G won the tournament. You guys remember that? The guy walked up on stage. He's like, no, you fight me. I'm the real final boss. This guy wasn't even competing. Yeah, man, amazing memories we're going to remember for the rest of our lives, you know? Forget the numbers. Let's focus on the memories. Have fun fighting and spectating. I'm so looking forward to Evo. I watch it every single year. I'm so excited. And hopefully one day I'll get to go. Maybe you guys can see me in person. But until then, it's your boy, Dope Fury. The one and only. The Almighty. And I'll see you in the next video.
Take that.